Namaskar students, happy Diwali to all of you. I hope you all have seen the video which I have sent you earlier related to the lenses. There we have discussed about the introduction of lenses and what are the rules when we are talking about image formation by lenses. So today we will see how we are going to apply these rules. So we will start with image formation by convex lens. We will form image, how image is going to be formed with the help of convex lens. When incident rays are falling on convex lens, so how it will form an image for the different positions of object. So for first one we will discuss, suppose we are having a convex lens, this one. So what are the points which we will mark? First of all, we will draw principal axis. This is optical center. Here it is F1, it is 2F1, this is F2 and this is 2F2. So you remember this thing that in our diagrams we are taking OF1 is equals to OF2. Similarly, F1 it is twice, so 2F1. This distance should be equal to this one. These four distances are same. 2F1 to F1, F1 to O, O to F2 and F2 to 2F2. So you should measure these distances with the help of a scale. Okay, so now suppose an object is kept, first case, an object is kept at infinity. How we are taking object, that we have discussed when we were talking about mirrors. Suppose an object is kept at infinity. So the rays we will consider, they are coming, suppose parallel to principal axis. A ray which is coming parallel to principal axis. According to our rule, it will pass through the focus after getting refracted from the lens. So this will be the refracted ray, this one. This is. In the same manner, we will take one more ray and it will also pass through the focus. So here we can see that object at infinity, image is at F. When position of object is kept at infinity and we are getting image at F. Image is real, as the rays are meeting in real and inverted, and second thing, this image will be diminished, or you can say highly diminished. It is highly diminished or point size image. These are the properties of image and this is the position of image. Object at infinity and image will form at F. This is the first one. Second case, again we need a convex lens. So you can draw a convex lens. You can use protector to get a proper shape of lens. For both sides it should be similar. Now it is optical center. Again we will mark F1, 2F1, F2 and 2F2. At the place of 2F1 and 2F2 you can write C1 and C2 also. Now where is the object? Object is somewhere beyond 2F1. It is not at infinity but it is beyond 2F1. Suppose object is kept over here. So what we will do? In the same manner, first ray, suppose it is coming parallel to principal axis. So it will pass through the focus. This is refracted one. This is incident and this is refracted ray. Okay, we will draw. We need to put arrows. If you are going to forget to put arrows, so you will not get marks for this one. Now, I always prefer to use third rule. The ray which is passing through optical center will remain undeviated from its path. So you can draw like this. A ray which is coming parallel to principal axis, that will it should be a straight line. As you are drawing with the help of a scale, so it should be a straight. This is refracted one. So where they are meeting exactly, this is the point. Here we will get image. This is image. This is object and this is image. So what is the position of object? Object is beyond 2f1. And where we will get image? Image is in between, you can see in between f2 and 2f2. In between f2 and 2f2. What kind of image? Rays are meeting in real, so image will be real and inverted. And one more property, that is diminished, smaller in size. These are the properties of image. If object is kept beyond 2f1, so image will be between f2 and 2f2. Now we will see for the third one. Suppose we are having a convex lens. Draw this one. Then principal axis. This is optical center. Mark f1, 2f1, f2 and 2f2. Take care these distances should be equal. Otherwise you will not get appropriate diagram whatever is desired. Now suppose the object is kept exactly at 2f1. Maybe we can say it is kept at C1. Okay. Now what will be happen? See, first rule is a ray which is coming parallel to principal axis will pass through F2 in such a manner. Okay. Now second one, you see, if a ray which is coming along optical center like this, so it will remain undeviated. It will remain undeviated. Where it will meet? Exactly it will meet at 2f2. Here the image will be formed. Exactly at 2f2. It is object and here it is image. So what is the position of object? Object is at 2f1, and if I am talking about image, image is at 2f2. Okay, what kind of image? Real and inverted. One more thing, it is equal in size. Equal in size, not diminished or enlarged. It will be equal in size. So you can check your diagram, it should be equal. Okay. Now come to the next one, fourth one. Fourth. Suppose we are having a convex lens. Draw this partition line. Here we will just take this line, and refraction and incident ray both we will just take from this line only. Now principal axis, optical center, f1, 2f1, f2 and 2f2, these. Okay. Now what will be happen? Now where we will choose a position of object between 2f1 and f1. Now again rules are same. An incident ray which is coming parallel to principal axis, it will pass through f2. This is refracted ray. Again we will see, if a ray which is passing through optical center, it will remain undeviated like this. This one. As you people will draw with the help of scale, so all the lines will be straight. You can see wherever they are meeting, that is beyond 2f2. 2f2 is here, it is meeting here. So what is the position here? This is incident ray. What is the position of object? Object is between 2f1 and f1. Image is, we will write, it is beyond 2f2. What is the property of image? Rays are meeting in real, so real and inverted, and it will be enlarged, larger in size. It is enlarged. So what we are getting, if object is between 2f1 and f1, image will be beyond 2f2, enlarged, real and inverted image. Now come to the fifth one. This is almost similar like we have done for concave mirror. 6 cases we are going to discuss. Now you see, suppose we are having a convex lens, principal axis, optical center. It is f1, 2f1, f2 and 2f2. Now where we will choose the position of object? Exactly at f1. Suppose an object is kept at f1. So what we will do? Same. First is a parallel line which is an incident ray which is parallel to principal axis. It will pass through f2. We will draw like this. And second is, if an incident ray is passing through optical center, it will remain undeviated. This one. You need to draw with scale, straight line. This is a straight line. Maybe when I am drawing with freehand, it is not looking straight. So these two lines should be parallel to each other if object is kept at f1. If these lines are parallel to each other, so what we will consider that image is formed at infinity. So what is the position of object? Object is at f1. Image is at infinity. What kind of image? Real and inverted, and image will be highly enlarged. It will be highly enlarged. Okay, whatever will be the size of object, image will be enlarged. This is the fifth one, that if object is at f1, image will be at infinity. Now sixth one is, if object is kept very closer to the lens, or you can say if object is kept between optical center and f1. We will again draw a lens, principal axis, mark optical center, f1, 2f1, f2 and 2f2. So where we will choose the position of object? Here you choose a smaller size object so that it will not go beyond your page wherever you are drawing. Okay, first rule is same. Incident ray, this one will pass through f2 like this one. Now second one is, if a ray which is coming along optical center will remain undeviated like this. Here you see it is visible clearly, they will never meet this side. So what we need to do, we will extend these two rays into at the back side, imaginary one with dotted lines. This one also extend. So wherever they will meet, there the image will form. This is object, this is smaller one, and this is image. So what is the position of object? Object is between f1 and O. Image is, what we will write for image? Image we will write on the same side, as the object. It is not necessary it will be beyond 2f1, it will be same side only. Okay, so it is same side. What is the property of image? Here you are getting virtual and erect image, and one more thing, it is enlarged. It is enlarged. So what we have done, see once again, in short I am showing you once again. In first case, object was at infinity, image was at focus. Now after that we have shifted object little bit towards the lens, means it is now beyond 2f1, image is between f2 to 2f2. Then object is at exactly at 2f1, image is exactly at 2f2. After that object is between 2f1 and f1, image is beyond 2f2. then object is at f1, image is at infinity, and object is when it is kept very closer or between O and f1, image is on the same side as the object is kept. Here we can see as the object is moving towards the lens, image is moving away from the lens. Okay. Now the same thing how image is formed by concave lens, that we will discuss. Now you see how image is going to form by concave lens. Image formation by concave lens. What kind of image will be formed by concave lens? So for that we will discuss only two cases. See, suppose this is a concave lens. Draw this separation line of separation, then principal axis, mark optical center, once again mark f1, 2f1, f2 and 2f2. Mark like this. Okay, here we will discuss once again only two cases. One is object is kept at infinity and second is object is in front of the lens. Suppose object is kept at infinity. So what we will do? A line, a ray which is coming parallel to principal axis will appear to meet at f1. This we have discussed when we were discussing about the definition of principal focus of concave lens. This one, this is the appearing portion. Actually rays are going to be diverse. When we will extend them at back, they will meet at f1. One more, suppose this is incident ray, so where it will go, it will diverge but it will appear to meet at f1. So what we are getting, where is the position of object? Object is at infinity, image is at f1. What kind of image? Virtual and erect. You see these lines will never meet, so we are extending them at back and we are getting virtual image. And what kind of image? Highly diminished or point size, you can say highly diminished, or you can say point size. One more ray diagram is there for concave lens. Second one is, suppose we are having a concave lens. Whenever we will draw concave lens or convex lens, we will try to make them as thin as possible. Okay, we will not draw thick lenses. This is optical center, this is f1, this is f2, sorry 2f1, this is f2 and then 2f2. Now your wish, wherever you are choosing the position of object, anywhere, just choose the position of object. Suppose an object is kept here. So now what will be happen? Except infinity, a ray which is coming parallel to principal axis, if this is incident ray, so it will appear to meet at f1, this one. This is refracted portion, this we have extended at back, imaginary one. One more, the rule is if a ray is passing through optical center, it will remain undeviated. So you draw one more. Wait, let me draw this one. This entire ray is real. This is. So where they are meeting here, one virtual ray, one real. So we will consider image is virtual. Here image will form this one. It is object and it is image. So what is the position of object? We will write in front of the lens, or you can write between infinity to O, between infinity and O, anywhere. Okay, where we are getting image? Image is between O and F1, always. Wherever you are keeping object, doesn't matter, you will get image between O and F1 always. Okay, what kind of image? Virtual and erect and one more property, that is diminished. Image will be always smaller in size. So we are having only two conditions: object at infinity, image will be at f1, and object in front of the lens except infinity, so image will form between o and f1. Okay, so now as we have discussed about image formation by both the lenses, now we will just discuss lens formula, how we can relate focal length of a lens with object distance and image distance, as we have done for mirror. Lens formula, for lens formula we will write 1 upon f is equals to 1 upon v minus 1 upon u, where once again symbols are same, where f is focal length, which you know for convex lens it will be always positive, and for concave lens it will be negative. U is distance of object and V is distance of image. Okay, one more formula, that is for magnification. Magnification for mirror we have done, here magnification for lens. So what will be the definition? See the formula. M is equals to V upon U. There we were writing M is equals to minus V upon U. Here, or you can write like this, M is equals to height of image divided by height of object. So what will be the definition? The ratio of size of image to the ratio of size of object is called magnification. So in short we can write this formula like this. This is, here it is V upon U. This is our formula. Okay. Now I would like to discuss one numerical which is based on these two formula, lens formula as well as for magnification. Let's see. Suppose we are having a question. See. One question. You listen question carefully. I will write terms, okay, and question as well as solution I will send you in the form of PDF also. Suppose we are having a convex lens, okay, that is forming a real and inverted image of a needle at a distance of 50 centimeter from it. So object is kept, they are not giving the position of object, they are saying image is formed at 50 centimeter. Image distance is 50 centimeter. Okay, real and inverted image means for convex lens it will be always towards, at the right side. Okay, so it will be with positive sign. Where is the needle placed? They are asking where is the needle placed means what is the position of object? Where is the needle placed? In front of the lens. If image is equal size means magnification is 1. But image is real, so we know magnification will be with negative sign. Okay, with these things we have discussed in the case of mirror also. This information has been given to you. Now what you need to find out, one is what is the position of the object, and second thing they are asking, find the power of the lens. P also you need to find out. So this is the question where we are going to use every formula. One is for magnification, then for lens formula, then we will look for power of a lens. So we will start with first formula for magnification. M is equals to V upon U. This is our formula. Highlight this one. Put values -1, V is 50, U. So what is the value of U? U is minus 50 centimeter. What is the meaning of this minus 50 centimeter? Object is placed at 50 centimeter. This negative sign is telling you this negative sign is telling you about the object is kept in front of the lens. Okay, now we need to find out power of a lens. For that we need focal length, so we will use lens formula. 1 upon f is equals to 1 upon v minus 1 upon u. put values in this one. 1 upon f, 1 upon v. V value is 50 minus 1 upon minus 50. Solve this one. 1 upon 50 minus minus plus 1 upon 50. We can write it is 2 upon 50 or it is 1 upon 25. So what is the value of f? 25 centimeter. We will place here positive sign. This positive sign is indicating about convex lens. Sorry. Okay, now we will find out power. Power we will write 1 upon f. Okay, or we can write 100 upon f, but f should be in centimeter. I am using this formula. You can convert f also in meters, your wish. Then power will be 100 upon plus 25. So answer will be plus 4 diopter. This is the way of solving these numericals. We will highlight formula everywhere and answer. Now children, I will send you worksheet based on lens formula or maybe refractive index based on chapter 10. You try to solve it, and whenever or wherever your queries are there, you feel free to ask on my personal window through WhatsApp. I will upload this video in your Google Classroom also. Okay, bye bye, take care.